So for the last few days now, the management of Gyanvapi Mosque in Kashi has decided to really openly defy the court's order that sought a videographed survey of the entire complex. It comes on the backdrop of a petition that was filed by the group of female petitioners in the Way 2021 who sought permission for daily prayers at the Shringar Gauri area, and an area that was declared as a red zone and barricaded following the barbaric demolition or the Babri demolition in 1993.
Absolutely. So the dispute that has taken up, where the court has now ordered a video survey of the complex by an advocate commissioner, one that was met by the blockade at least on 2 occasions by the Masjid committee, both on ground and inside the court. But let's tell you, once the Termir team is inside the complex to settle the Shringar Gauri tussle, will it perhaps stumble upon the truth that is buried there, quite literally, where Gyanvapi survey pictures and video evidence reveal the temple foundations? There are 2 maps of the mosque complex that has been accessed by Times Now revealed the land that is built on the temple.
Now, this is a map that was produced in the High Court. This is from 1936. This is the dotted line that you see on the side of this map. This is the dotted line, which is now part of the present day mosque. But this map says that anything and everything that is inside that particular dotted line is what is a part of the temple. This is the other map, the 1991 map that was also produced and put on record in the High Court back then. This is the west wall of that particular mosque, on which it's believed that the mosque that stands there today, the current day mosque, is built on what was the sanctum sanctorum back then of the Kashi Vishwanath temple, which is where the petitioners who went to court in 2021 want the prayers to be offered. Now, this is that map which goes on to show the west side of the wall, which is 3 gates of which are closed. It mentions the 3 parts that have been closed. This is the Shringar Gauri shrine, or as it is today. But this is not what the original plan was, is what this map goes on to show. It also goes on to show that beneath this, where we see a plinth that is on the extreme left of your screens, where you see that plinth, which we will just be showing you. That particular plinth is where the sanctum sanctorum really was. This is that plinth. Beneath this is where the temple actually stood. So it's really underground, and the mosque stands over and above it today, present day, is what this map goes on to show.
Now, based on the maps that exist so far, which are a part of court record, we've done a 3D modeling to help you understand what is the belief of the petitioners. Basically, this is the mosque as it exists right now. The petitioners say that the western part of the mandir, 3 openings in the western part of the mandir, were walled off to build this mosque. And in the temple, they say that this place where the temple existed, the shivling was already present, and the mosque was built on top of the shivling, which is why currently the belief is that the shivling is in the basement of the Gyanvapi Mosque as it exists right now. Now, the other part also, which they want to be surveyed, is that of Gauri Ganesh, the western part of the mosque. That is where currently the prayers are offered to Gauri Ganesh, but that is only a makeshift structure. The petitioners believe that the real Gauri Ganesh are actually in the basement on the western side of the Gyanvapi Masjid, and they fear that the character or the very safety of the idols of Gauri and Ganesh are under threat, which is why they want that the surveyor goes in and ensures that the structure of these idols should be maintained as is.
Meanwhile, Times Now has also spoken to those who have visited this complex before the restrictions were put in place, and they corroborate that the ancient traces of 2 swastikas, the lotus symbols, even the shivling and the Nandi were also seen in this particular mosque.
ये जो सर्वे के विरोध में ये लोग खड़े हो गए हैं, क्यों? चोर के डाल में तिनका। ये जानते हैं कि सर्वे होगा, वकील कमिश्नर सर्वे करने जाएगा, उसका वीडियोग्राफी होगा, तो ढोल में पोल कितना है, हमारी चोरी, हमारी चमारी, हमारी चकारी और हमारी बेईमानी स्पष्ट हो जाएगी। मंदिर है वहाँ कोई मस्जिद नहीं है, गुंबद के रूप में एक बना दिए हैं, मस्जिद का स्वरूप दे दिए हैं। वो मस्जिद तो है ही नहीं है, गुंबद है। और हम लोग उस गुंबद को कभी भी स्वीकार नहीं कर सकते। हम कभी भी नहीं चाहेंगे कि आदि विश्वेश्वर महादेव के मंदिर में कोई जाकर के नमाज अदा करे। जिसको आना है वह हर हर महादेव का नारा लगावे, वो अल्लाहू अकबर का नारा नहीं लगेगा और नहीं लगने दिया जाएगा।
ये इन तस्वीरों में जो दीवारें हैं इसमें परिवर्तन नहीं हुआ है, लेकिन पूर्वी भाग में जो घंटियों की कतारें थी, कमल की थी, उनमें सीमेंट से बंद कर दिया गया। लेकिन जो पश्चिमी भाग है उसमें जो ध्वंस आराध्य स्थल हमारे हैं इनमें परिवर्तन नहीं आया है। पश्चिमी भाग में जो भी ध्वंस है वह सब तो ठीक है। जो पश्चिमी भाग है सब के सब जो ध्वंस है सब यथावत हैं। और एक जो 4 फीट बाई 4 फीट के स्वस्तिक चिन्ह मिले जो है, जो कमल के चिन्ह हैं, सारे चिन्ह यथावत हैं सब जो है। ये मंदिर का हिस्सा है, ये मंदिर का हिस्सा है। और ये देखिए मस्जिद जुड़ा हुआ है। ये सफ़ेद वाला जो है ये साफ साफ दिखाई पड़ता है कि ये मस्जिद है, तामीर की गई है और ये मस्जिद का है। ये जो है लगाया जो है पश्चिमी दीवार, ये भी है, ये जो है ये पश्चिमी, और ये जो है ये दीवार मस्जिद का है। ये देखिए मस्जिद का दीवार, ये मंदिर के ऊपर ही ये मस्जिद के जो है ढांचा बनाया गया है।
श्रृंगार गौरी का दर्शन करने के लिए लोग पहले भी जाते रहे, जिसको ताला बंद कर दिया गया। अब किस वजह से वो ताला बंद है, ये इसका जांच किया जाए कि क्यों बंद है, क्यों नहीं खोल दिया जाता है, ये वह फैसला बतलाएगा। रही बात ये ज्ञानवापी मस्जिद का, तो ज्ञानवापी मस्जिद भूतल से ऊपर है जी। एक चबूतरे के ऊपर वो मस्जिद बना हुआ है और उसके नीचे मंदिर है। तो उस समय जो भी परिस्थितियां रही होंगी, जो भी राजा रहे होंगे, ऐसा क्यों हुआ, ये बात की चीजें हैं। मैंने जो कुछ भी देखा है, जो मैं आज देख रहा हूँ कि नीचे मंदिर है, ऊपर मस्जिद है।